students, welcome to virtual class of Municipal Corporation of Greater Mumbai Education Department. I am Mrs. Akshata Kale and today we will learn EVS. Come on students, let us begin our lesson. Hello students, welcome to Virtual Training Center Dadar. I am Mrs. Akshata Kale and today we are going to learn Environmental Studies Part 1 of Standard 5th, and the topic name is the Earth and its living world. Yes dear students, in the last lecture also we have done the same thing but the first part of that. In that we studied about the lithosphere and about the hydrosphere, isn't it? Now today we are going to discuss about the atmosphere, that is the third sphere of the earth. Yes students, first we will take a quick recap of the last lecture and we'll proceed to today's lecture so that it will help you to get connected with the subject. The earth, our planet. Yes, the earth is roughly 4.5 billion years old. It is the third planet orbiting around the sun. It is only planet in our solar system to have surface liquid water. And it is home to the only known life in the universe. Now we will study about the spheres of Earth. This is Sun. He is our star. He gives heat and light to our planet, that is the Earth, isn't it? Now, Earth has 4 spheres. Okay. Now, the first sphere is called lithosphere. It is made up of land. Second one is hydrosphere. It is made up of water. And the third one is atmosphere. It is made up of different types of gases. Okay, dear students. Now, and the fourth sphere, that is called as biosphere. Okay, this includes all living things. And we can see all living things, that is biosphere, on rest 3 spheres, that is lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. Got this? Yes dear students, please see this. Now this picture shows all 4 spheres, that is lithosphere, that is land part, hydrosphere, a water part, and the atmosphere, a gaseous part above the earth's surface, and the biosphere, that is all living beings. Got this students? Now we have done about lithosphere and hydrosphere. Correct? Lithosphere and hydrosphere. Yes students, if we have taken this circle as the surface of the earth, then we can say that these 2 parts that shows, that is 1/3 of the part shows that lithosphere means land part, and 2/3 shows the hydrosphere means water part. Got this students? Earth's surface is divided into 2 parts. Okay, lithosphere and hydrosphere. Now what is the meaning of lithosphere? See this. The Earth's crust is made up of soil and rocks. The hard crust is called lithosphere. This we have done in the last lecture in detail, right? Hydrosphere. Here, the water or ice that occupies the Earth's surface. Groundwater and the water vapors in the atmosphere together form the Earth's hydrosphere. Again, I tell you that hydro means water. Hydro, the word itself tells us water sphere means hydrosphere. The water may be in the form of water vapor, that is in form of gas, or in the form of ice or solid, or in the form of water, that is liquid. All together it makes hydrosphere, that is 2/3 covered by our Earth's surface. Okay. The atmosphere. Now we will move to today's portion. Okay. Now see, you can see here the Earth is rotating and the layer outside the Earth on the surface of the Earth that shows the atmosphere part means the Earth is surrounded by a blanket of air which we call the atmosphere. Okay. The atmosphere consists of 4 unique layers that we will study in the next slide. The atmosphere reaches over 560 kilometers up from the surface of the Earth. Assume that if you are driving a vehicle and your speed is 60 kilometers per hour, then also you have to drive for more than 9 hours. Then you will reach to 560 kilometers. That much area is under atmosphere. For that, okay, the next is the atmosphere is primarily composed of nitrogen and oxygen. Just now we said that atmosphere is nothing but air. Correct? In that air, we can see nitrogen, that is 78%, and oxygen in 21%. And rest 1% contains the other gases like inert gases, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, etc. Got this, students? Now we will study the details about the different layers of the atmosphere. The envelope of air around the Earth is called the atmosphere. Did you know? Correct? As we go higher from the surface of the Earth, the air in the atmosphere becomes rarer. Yes, on this we have done the different layers. See, this is the first layer on the surface of the Earth, that is called troposphere. Okay. Then after that, see, this is the troposphere, and the second layer is called as stratosphere. See, this is the stratosphere. Then comes the mesosphere. See this. Then it is ionosphere. And the last one is exosphere. Yes, dear students, like this, the layers are there on the surface of the Earth. Okay. Now we will study about the troposphere in detail, which is nearest to our Earth's surface. Okay, see this. Now this is our Earth and this is Sun, right? This is troposphere. I have taken a little big one here to study clearly. Okay, here the layer that extends from the Earth's surface to a height of about 13 km is called troposphere. The conditions in the troposphere change continuously. They affect the living world to a great extent. Yes, dear students, the surface of the earth gets heated due to the heat it receives from the sun. You can see here. Okay. Hence, the air nearest the surface is the hottest. As we go higher in the troposphere, it becomes cooler. Almost all the water vapor in the atmosphere is contained in the troposphere. Remember this. That is why all weather related phenomena such as formation of clouds, rain, fog, winds and storms take place in the troposphere. The air on high mountains is rarer than the air near the Earth's surface. Aeroplanes fly in the higher parts of the troposphere. Got this, students? There, the air is very rare. Therefore, arrangements have to be made to ensure that passengers get enough air for breathing. Yes, dear students, this is all about troposphere. Means whatever we do, all the activities like that, flying aeroplanes, helicopters, and all, they fly in troposphere, which is the nearest layer to our surface of the earth. Now we will study about stratosphere. This you know, troposphere. Now this is stratosphere. Now I think you have got the clear idea about the troposphere. So I am going to stratosphere. Yes, students. Beyond the troposphere, up to a height of about 50 km from the earth, is the layer called the stratosphere. In the lower part of the stratosphere, there is a layer of gases called ozone layer. Can you see the dotted line? That is called ozone layer. What is the use of ozone layer? Yes, ultraviolet rays coming from the sun are harmful for living things. Yes, there are some portion of ultraviolet rays the sun emits. Okay, here we can see in violet color. The rest all rays, they are reaching earth, but that violet color, that is called ultraviolet ray, it is reaching up to the ozone. Then it is disappearing. Why is that so? Because ozone layer absorbs them and protects the living world from those harmful rays. Got that? The ultraviolet rays are very harmful for our skin. So our ozone layer that protects us from the ultraviolet rays by absorbing these rays. Yes, dear students, I want to tell you one thing here. Because of this pollution, the ozone layer has some holes. So these ultraviolet rays, they are passing through that hole and they are reaching our earth. Because of that, the living being is suffering from different diseases. Okay, here we can minimize the pollution. That is only the remedy for this. Now, here one more picture is there. Please see clearly and see that properly. See here arrows and here vapors from the sea, they are going up. See this water vapor, because of the sun's heat, the water is evaporating and it is lighter than air particles, so it is moving upwards and they are forming the clouds. Got this? When they join together, they form clouds. Got this? And afterwards what happens? These small droplets, they join together and form bigger drops which are heavy. They cannot float. And such drops of water fall down on the earth in the form of rain. Got that? This process of evaporation, condensation and rainfall go on in a continuous cycle. One more picture we will go through. See this, dear students. Again here we can see the water from the lake, river, stream, ocean and some part of the groundwater. It is evaporating because of the heat of the sun and clouds are forming. Got this? And when these small particles or the droplets join together to form bigger drops which are heavy, they cannot float. Such drops of water fall down on the earth in the form of rain. This rainwater flows into rills, streams, rivers and finally into the sea. Got this? Again, this evaporation, condensation and rainfall go on in a continuous cycle. This is known as water cycle. Got this? Yes, thank you students. Now today we have covered about the atmosphere, correct? In the next lecture we will go through the fourth sphere, that is biosphere.
Thank you very much for being a part of this lesson. Please subscribe to our channel and press bell icon to get new updated videos.